Hey, how's it going? My name's Nat. Welcome to Newsbreak. The election word everyone's been talking about. A massive weekend in sport. And we find out what on earth is going on here. And if you're new here, why not hit subscribe? Australia has election fever. Pollies are hot on the campaign trail, and there's one word that it seems like everyone's been going on about these past few days. Enrolling. Leela finds out what it's all about and why it's particularly important for young voters.
There's a good chance you've seen a lot of this all over the internet recently.
You need to enrol to vote.
To vote, you need to be enrolled.
To enrol to vote.
There's been a big push online to remind people to enrol to vote before the deadline closed last night. First-time voter Ella here didn't need to be reminded.
I've been involved and interested in politics for a little while now. I'm very excited. It will be my first time voting. Voting is really a really important part of being an Australian and having your say.
But unlike Ella, hundreds of thousands of Aussies are likely to miss the upcoming election because they aren't enrolled. And Ella reckons a lot of young people don't even know they need to.
A lot of people didn't know that they had to enrol by 8 o'clock last night.
So why isn't everyone just automatically enrolled when they hit 18?
We do directly enrol people, so we use trusted third-party data, but we can only do it when we can be absolutely sure of somebody's address.
The reason why your address is so important is because it determines what electorate you're in and who your local candidates are. If authorities can't figure out your address, they send emails or texts asking people to enrol themselves to make sure the info is correct.
Ultimately, it's up to each individual Australian 18 plus to make sure they're on the roll.
So we can get everybody on an enroll. The good news this year is a lot of people got the message, and yesterday was the single biggest day for enrolments in Aussie history.
South Africa's president has declared a national state of disaster after deadly floods in the country's east. The Red Cross says that more than 40,000 people have been forced from their homes, and now the army has been called in to help as the cleanup begins. South Africa's president says it's a time for the country to unite, to help those that have been affected.
Let us all work together as a united and determined nation to recover and to rebuild from this tragic disaster.
Well, it's been a massive weekend in sport. Here's Joe to bring us the best moments.
West Tigers have pulled off the upset of the season in the NRL against Paramatta. The winless Tigers went into the game as massive underdogs, but were up to the challenge. With just a minute to go, the scores were locked, and it looked like Paramatta were about to win, until... That gave the Tigers the tiniest chance to snatch it all. And with just 1 second left on the clock, that's exactly what they did. Melbourne City have won their first ever match in the Asian Champions League, a competition featuring Asia's best football clubs. City thrashed Filipino side United City 3-0, which takes them to the top of their group. And Aussie surfing superstar Tyler Wright has beaten world number 1 Carissa Moore to take out the famous Bells Beach Pro in Victoria, which she says is a dream come true.
It's the only event that I've ever really wanted to win, and here I am, and I'm pretty over the moon, and I'm beyond stoked.
Now it's time for surprise! But you weren't expecting me to be here. Were you? The Easter Bunny made a surprise appearance at this US White House press conference, taking to the podium to point and stuff. Yeah, they didn't really have time to answer any questions before the actual press secretary came out and took over.
No more bunny business. That's the line we worked on. Do you guys like it? Okay. Thank you for joining us, Easter Bunny.
Oh, they were just getting started. This is Courtney, and she recently made a pretty amazing discovery in an op shop. She found a really old camera for $20 and was surprised to find it still had film in it, which experts reckon is at least 60 years old. She got the photos developed and has been posting them on social media to see if anyone recognises the people in them. And finally, to a dachshund in a handbag, in a park, with dozens of other dachshunds. They're all here to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the 1972 Munich Olympic Games, where their mascot was Waldy the Dachshund. Some even dressed up as Waldy. Also, I literally just learnt today that it's pronounced Dachshund and not Dachshund. It's been rough. Well, that's all from us today. Surprise! Got you again, didn't I? See you tomorrow. Surprise! Well, if you're new here, why don't you hit subscribe for many more surprises. You never know what we're going to upload next. Neither do we. It's a daily show. You won't even know. Hit subscribe if you want to.